Legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deep, long breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel that power of you controlling your breathing. That power that's available to you all the time, wherever you are in life. That power to reconnect to your greatest gift right now. Your presence, your being. Your infinitely intelligent being. The same stuff we're all made of. And with that stuff that we're made of, we can control the most powerful supercomputer in the universe. Your mind. But only you can do it. Only you can control your own mind. So let's do that right now, and let's see the future. Today, our time together, let's see ourselves doing the best we can on every single exercise and stretch. For this is not only the gym that we have available to us right now, in this space wherever we are, but it is also the gym of life, where we grow our minds all the time.
Into the feet of Messi. Great control again! And what more can you say about this boy?
Hi again, everybody. Today, Sadhguru shares more wisdom with us, and his seventh rule for success is fix yourself. This is the greatest thing ever, is that empowers us and gets us to lock in to the fact that this, our brain, the most powerful thing in the universe, has the capability, by making a choice like fix yourself, to go after your happiness. It is something that comes from within. It's nothing outside of you. Nothing at all no material thing can bring this. But you can fix yourself. I got great news for you. I am on the path to fixing myself. And I believe 95 to 98% of us can go on this path of taking our life to the true level of happiness, inner happiness that we deserve. I hope this helps everyone. Have a great day.
So good to be here with all of you today. I want to talk about this whole idea of reinvention. Here's my belief, and when this kind of topic came up, I started to think about, my journey. And I actually think that life is just a constant state of reinvention. It truly is. And we have a choice of how that's going to play out, because reinvention equals, to me, it equals progress, it equals growth. Put it the other way around. If you want growth, if you want progress in life, then it's going to require us to reinvent ourselves, and it doesn't have to be some crazy go in a cocoon and sprout out a butterfly kind of perspective, but it can, because I think that our reinvention can be one of two ways. It can be evolutionary, incremental, if you will, or it can be revolutionary. I mean, a huge jump. And I'll give you some for instances, because I think that this is important for us to understand that there are triggers that will cause us to reinvent ourselves. And those triggers can simply be something like choice, okay? Choosing to do something. When I was working for the big consulting firm in downtown Los Angeles, I realized I was miserable. I realized I was living someone else's life. And so I made a choice. I walked in and I quit. I said, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm not doing this anymore. It was choice. Okay. Another trigger could be events. We had the pandemic. I had cancer. It could be a marriage. It could be a birth of a child or a grandchild. It could be a breakup. There are events in our life that allow us to start to look at things and say, I need to re-examine. And I'm going to give you a framework to walk through this, because when I look back on my moments of reinvention throughout life, there's a pattern. There's a pattern in a process that I've used throughout, whether it's recovering from the Ponzi scheme or anything else. I think that there's a pattern and a process to use and make it happen. Now, one of the things to realize is interesting. Someone, Joan, put retirement. It is an event in life. Here's an interesting thing from a guy who talks money. Most of my work is to help people create wealth, to create financial freedom, to give them the affluence way. Here's the interesting thing. When we transition to retirement and we're starting to try and spend that wealth, man, so many people have a hard time with it. There's a reinvention point right there in doing that. The other thing that can trigger reinvention is health. Many of you know that in 2019, I was diagnosed with bladder cancer, and I'm happy to say I'm 2 years clear and clean after 3 surgeries, 4 tumors, and 43 treatments. But I remember as I spiraled down into the despair, the darkness, the blame, the search for, why did I get cancer? No one in my family had cancer. I wasn't a drinker. I wasn't a smoker. I didn't have the risk factors. Why did this happen to me? What is it that happened to me? And many of us may be looking at our current circumstances and looking for a place to blame, and looking for a place to point the finger, to look for the why, if you will. And people a lot of times talk about that why. Here's what I realized. the more I spent time looking backwards in my past to try and find the reason for the cancer, the darker, the more despair, and the more I spiraled down. And it wasn't until I said to myself and asked the question, what if the reason for the cancer isn't behind me, but it's in front of me? What if my why is yet to be defined? Now that empowers me and that gives me the opportunity to look at it through a different eyes. But in there was a moment of reinvention, a moment of examination, and a process where we need to intentionally integrate what we do. I think about this whole thing from this perspective. We're a pound of clay and we're outside of ourselves. We're the sculptor, and we get a chance to chip away the things that we don't want and to leave the things that we choose to have. And that's where reinvention comes from. So here's the thing, as I think one of the first things that we need to bring into our place, there's three things that it takes. And the first is awareness. If I'm truly not aware of what's going on, and I'm just kind of going through life. We got in a boat, we're on a current, we don't have rudders, we don't have oars, and we're just floating. We're just floating. The problem is that we then end up, like Bronnie Ware said in her book, The 7 Regrets of Dying. One of the biggest regrets was living someone else's life. So we end up living a life that wasn't meant for us. And so what ends up happening is that I think ultimately, if we're not careful here, you end up in a situation where you're living life, and this might be confronting for some of you, but the empowering thing is that with that, it gives you the control back. We might be living life oblivious. We might be living life mildly miserable. I remember a dear friend of mine who got in a car accident. He got hit by a car and he had a hip problem. He was in the martial arts with me, and he lived with the pain in his hip for decades. And then all of a sudden he went and had a surgery, not a hip replacement, but a special surgery. And he didn't walk out, but after he started walking, he looked at me and he said, I had no idea how much pain I got used to. And how many of us, we get used to what's going on in life and we get used to the pain. It's just our existence and we just keep going. Whereas what ends up happening is that there's two things that I think will help us pass through this phase. And the first is this, is to make sure that you come at it with this idea of curiosity, with that child's mind to say, I'm just curious. I love the question of what if it were possible? What if it was possible? What if it were possible for you to have $1 million a year? What if it was possible for you to live a vibrant and healthy life? What if it was possible for you to have a wonderful, loving relationship? Because in the end, it is. And when it is, you need to do the second thing, and that is to make a decision.
We got a brand new dance. They say I'm a rapper and I say no. They say what you doing, trying to do somebody cold. I just let the music come from my soul, so all of my people can stay on the floor. They got a brand new dance. You gotta move your muscle. A brand new dance. It's called a Cupid Shuffle. It don't matter if you're young or you're old. Here we go. We gon' show you how it goes. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now now kick. Now come on, baby, kick. Now walk it by yourself. Walk it by yourself. To the right, to the right, to the right, the right, the right. The left, to the left, to the left, the left, the left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick. Now walk it by yourself. Walk it by yourself and do the Cupid shuffle. Now let me see you do the Cupid shuffle. Now let me see you do the. It's your boy Cupid, see you feet are out of D. Mr. Fat on the track, got another hit indeed. Do the down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Come on, come on. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Let me see you. Do your dance, do your dance. Do your dance. Do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance. We got a brand new dance. We got a brand new sound. We got a brand new feel. We got a brand new style, y'all.
Para Xavi, Xavi, Messi por el centro, Ronaldinho, que bien se ha ido Messi, Messi buscando la frontal, puede buscar a Eto'o, Eto'o dentro del área, Eto'o devuelve, Messi, golazo del Fútbol Club Barcelona.
¡Qué gol!
Ronald.
Good morning, everybody. I want to share with you a powerful thought that I just thought of today, and it's helped me so much in my life. It's from Stephen Covey, and it is this: nobody or nothing can hurt you without your consent. Think about that statement for a moment. At first, it might seem ludicrous. So think about a thought, a comment, or any sort of negative thing that may happen to you. Let me give you an example. So I work with students all the time, and one of the things the younger ones especially will come up to me with is, Mr. Francis, so-and-so did this to me, or she said this about me. And then I always say to them now, and who decides whether that's true or not? And then they stop. You should see the look on their face. They're just, and then they say, me? I said, that's right. You decide what's true about you. So I hope this helps everyone. Apply it to your life. You're not a victim. Have a great day.
Wealth Breakthroughs is an exclusive video series where millionaires break their silence on their usually hidden secrets on how to stack up great wealth. It's like eavesdropping on the private conversations rich folks have with each other behind closed doors. But I partnered with the series creator Jeff Hayes to bring that VIP pass to you right here today. In this episode, you'll learn the Peter Lynch secret of making a fortune, why buying a business is better than starting one, how to eliminate debt quickly, and how to take control of your money. Don't miss this episode if you're serious about getting on the track of living your dream life. Enjoy.
Welcome back to episode 3 of Wealth Breakthroughs. Today, we have two absolutely larger-than-life personalities for you. Kenny Polcari spent over 30 years on Wall Street, and today you can catch him numerous times a week on CNBC. He's forgotten more about profitable investing than most of us will ever know. And Carl Allen, who's completed billions worth of business acquisitions in his career, will show you why starting a business might be one of the biggest mistakes of your life. That's right. Carl's an absolute master at gaining control of businesses someone else starts and makes profitable. If you know the right way and the right moment to pounce, you can buy profitable businesses without putting a nickel of your own money on the line. We'll get to Carl in a moment. First, let's check in with Kenny, a natural storyteller, and like I said, a true larger-than-life personality. Kenny's ready to share the Peter Lynch secret to making a fortune. Lynch, as you might know, is one of the greatest investors of the past 100 years. He averaged returns of 29.2% per year, and all this success can be distilled down into one little-known secret Kenny's about to share. Listen closely. Your wealth breakthrough could be right around the corner. Here's Kenny. Kenny, thanks for braving these downtown city elements. It's a little noisy around here, but that's okay. We can talk through the noise. So tell us about your background. How did you get into doing what you're doing?
Well, I was in my freshman year in college, and I had the opportunity to go work as a summer intern on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, which I was a kid from Boston. I had every intention of going back to Cape Cod and being a lifeguard on the beach at 19 years old. I had no intention of moving to New York City in the middle of the summer. Like, it didn't make sense to me. Yet, I thought about it. You know, my first reaction was to say, no, I'm not interested. And then I thought about it over spring semester of my freshman year, and I decided, you know, what's the worst that's going to happen? The worst that's going to happen, I'm going to go there, I'm going to have this experience. I'm not going to like it. I'll chalk it up for experience and move on. Or I'm going to go there and it's going to change the course of my life. And in fact, it changed the course of my life. It was the most
inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off of my city, off of my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. Room on lock, the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Dance, dance, dance. Come on. Dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. Room on lock, the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights and everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Dance, dance, dance. Come on.
Ronaldinho atrás para Gio, el desmarque largo de Messi, va a llegar Messi, va a hacer el 1 contra 1, ahí va Messi, Messi, Pichu, gol del Barcelona.
Hi again, everyone. Today, Sadhguru shares with us his rule number 9 for success. And it's a huge one, I think, especially in light of today's world and especially in light of all the mind health challenges, anxieties, depressions, things that are rooted to our thoughts. So this is what he says to us. He says, don't set incentives for sickness. So what that means is you are the creator and the controller of your mind, your thoughts. So you are the one that decides what is going to hold you back. So an example is things like the weather. We often say, oh, today the weather's not sunny and not exactly the way I want it. So immediately we start to put ourselves in a state where we're allowing the weather to control us. It's the same with our health, especially our mind health. If we stay in that negative state, we are perpetuating the feelings that come with it. Hope this helps everyone. Have a great day.
We want to bring value. We want to create value. And in fact, that has to be the lead of everything that we do from a company standpoint, whether it's marketing, whether it's customer service, whether it's product design. All of it has to be designed to bring value. That meant even if we had the option between something that was more profitable and something that delivered more value, we chose the thing that delivered more value. Why? Because value is the only thing that's sustainable. Value is the only thing that lasts. And value is the only thing that people will pay for forever. But there's one immutable truth about millennials, and I think it'll ring true with you guys, because I'm sure you feel it yourself. They want to matter. They want to know that they wake up every day and they're contributing to a company that's trying to do something, or they're bringing value somehow in their life. And even if it's one person, even if I just help one person, it'll all be worth it.
Need motivation? Watch a Top 10 with Believe Nation.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because I need them for me, because I want to wake up every day and watch a video that puts me in a mindset to believe in myself more and go off and accomplish amazing things and attack the day. And I hope that this video does that for you as well. So today, let's learn from one of the best, Tom Bilyeu, and my take on his top 10 rules of success. Enjoy. Rule number 2 is focus on growth.
I keep hearing this word, edutainment. Has anyone perfected that, or is that the direction we're moving in?
Man, you can keep your edutainment. I tell my team all the time, anybody holding Impact Theory keys that's looking for edutainment, you are going to be really unhappy. So the way that I see it is we have a funnel system. At the top of Impact, so Impact Theory exists for one reason and one reason only, to make sure that nobody gets to the age of 15 without encountering a growth mindset at scale through story. That's it. That's why I get up every morning. That's why I fight as hard as I do. And so I saw Star Wars. It introduced me to a character called Yoda. I thought Yoda was dope as hell. And then at 16, a friend of mine said, hey, you should read this book called The Tao Te Ching. And I read it, and I was like, yo, these are like Yoda quotes. And so Yoda gave me an in to an ancient Chinese philosophy that ended up changing my life. And so Taoism then plants the seeds for what we would now call a growth mindset. And that started with Star Wars. And so that's how we want to do it. Star Wars doesn't preach at you, but if you take Yoda's advice, it will actually make your life better. And so my thing is, can we tell stories like The Matrix, like Karate Kid, like Shawshank Redemption, where there's a core idea at the center of it that's literally life-changing, but it's just entertainment.
Rule number 3 is never set an alarm.
If you can avoid setting alarm, you're going to be way better off. One, you know in the back of your mind, oh God, I've got that alarm coming as a time. And then also, you want to get as much sleep as your body will allow you to get. So if your body needs 8 hours, get 8 hours. If your body needs 9 hours, get 9 hours. So I find that I naturally sleep about 6.5 to 7 hours a night. That's just my rhythm. No matter how sort of relaxed and stressed I am, that's just where I wake up. It's perfect. I feel well rested. My cognition is absolutely optimized. So find your number, but make sure that you don't have an alarm staring you in the face, that you get whatever amount of sleep you need. And that's me saying that as somebody that's run big companies, is very busy. I work 93 hours a week, and yet I still manage to get sleep. Now, I fully understand if you have kids, there are extenuating circumstances, but you want to do everything else right. You want to get to the point where at least the only thing that's going to disrupt your sleep is the kids, so that you do all the things that you can around sleep hygiene to make sure that you're ready.
Rule number 4 is be a great leader.
for you?
Entrepreneurs want to do everything themselves. So as an entrepreneur, you're the gritty person that just gets it done, right? You hit an obstacle, you go over it, under it, through it, around it, whatever you have to do, but you don't stop at that obstacle. Like that to me is the very definition of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.